We all know the drill. You open your phone's settings, find the location tracker, and turn it off. Flicking that little switch brings an immediate sense of relief. You're no longer being tracked. The logic makes perfect sense. We naturally assume the setting explicitly labeled location history acts as the master control for all geographic tracking tied to our Google accounts. But sitting quietly in a completely different menu is a secondary tracking system called Web and App Activity, and by default, it is silently switched on. Even with location history completely disabled, this hidden tracker continues to archive exact geographic coordinates. It logs your daily commute, maps the route to the doctor, and pinpoints your home address. Google built a system that lets you confidently lock the front door to your personal data while leaving a massive back door wide open for data harvesting. In software design, a user interface engineered specifically to manipulate your behavior and bypass informed consent is called a dark pattern. This document is a flow diagram mapping the navigation paths required to reach location services on an Android device. It illustrates a dark pattern called obstruction. To actually stop location tracking, a user has to navigate through dozens of disconnected, confusing screens. The graphic also highlights how a tactic called sneaking was deployed. The controls for web and app activity are buried so deep within this fragmented menu tree that a reasonable person would never intuitively look for them there. When a user creates a new Google account, they encounter a third tactic: forced action. The Web and App Activity Tracker is automatically opted in during the setup process, without any clear warning that it actively monitors physical location. Google engineered all this technical complexity as a deliberate digital maze designed to exhaust users into surrendering their data. In 2018, the Associated Press published an investigation exposing the Web and App Activity Tracking loophole. Inside Google, the publication triggered an immediate internal panic. The following Monday, company executives scrambled to formulate a public relations response, holding an emergency gathering that internal communications literally referred to as the "oh shit" meeting. This is a page from an expert report filed during the resulting litigation. According to these unredacted files, Google's own engineers and product managers explicitly admitted they were confused by the very location settings they helped maintain. One internal email details an employee observing that the user interface feels explicitly designed to be difficult enough that people simply won't figure it out. They noted the trackers are defaulted to on, silently appearing in menus users may never even see. When the highly paid architects of the Android system cannot navigate their own privacy settings, the average consumer stands no chance. The exposure of these dark patterns launched a wave of state government investigations into Google's deceptive data harvesting practices. In California, Attorney General Rob Bonta secured a $93 million payout. Shortly after, a coalition of other states forced a separate $391.5 million settlement. Then, the state of Texas took action, securing a $1.375 billion penalty specifically targeting this unauthorized tracking. Penalties totaling nearly $2 billion reflect a systemic, intentional deception, far beyond a simple coding error. This image displays the confirmation prompt you need to find on your device. To actually secure your data, you must manually wipe your web and app activity, physically lock down all location tracking in your account settings, and turn off personalized ads. Google has recently promised to move timeline data locally to user devices, rather than storing it in the cloud. However, consumers must remain vigilant against future software updates and newly introduced hidden settings. Tech companies spend billions of dollars weaponizing psychology against you. If you have to go to war with your own smartphone just to keep a secret, who really owns your data?